Hello and welcome to yet another episode of We Talk Talent. And today we have with us Sanjeev Meghani, Head Human Resources, Care Health Insurance. Welcome to the show, Sanjeev.
Thank you, Abid. Thank you for having me here.
Sanjeev, my first question will be about people analytics. And I was going through one of the surveys by LinkedIn, and the survey highlights that 92% of the Indian talent professionals say people analytics is future of HR. Being a talent leader, what are your thoughts on this?
Before I start answering this question, let me understand what is future of work is, right? And I think we need to describe future of work, and then we can say talent analytics of how does it look in terms of being a disruption in the HR space. So today, when we look at future of work, it describes predictions about what our work habits, places, and practices we might look like in the coming decades. So there might be some various opinions, but businesses, industries, and all the tech leaders agree that massive changes are on the horizon, right? And changes that will likely to be driven by technology and enable machine learning, full automation, seamless communication, I would say, creating a completely new idea of what work even means. So advanced technology, we feel, is increasingly intertwined with work processes to change the output patterns, while robotics, automation, and artificial intelligence will disrupt the workforce. At the same time, we feel that they lift the productivity and economic growth, right? And we've seen that millions of people worldwide will have to upgrade their skills to stay relevant in this new scheme of things. At the time when organizations would also need to spend considerable resource on training and development. So coming specifically to talent analysis and talent acquisition, we feel that we've seen today that as HR, as a HR department, there will be various tech disruptions which will happen, and a variety of these disruptive technologies, be it AI and machine learning, will bring almost most change to these professions, right? And I'm saying not just HR, but even other functions, other departments as well. While some of these emerging technologies can create challenges for companies and employees, but they also offer benefits, as I said, too. So new advancements are being taken away routine, monotonous tasks, and which used to eat a lot of workers' time each day, giving them more opportunity, for being more productive, innovative, more strategic in nature, right? So we use this, as a company, we use a lot of technology and a lot of AI and advanced analytics, to ensure that we have a lot of data which is being fed into the talent acquisition team, so that we can do a lot of analytics and ensure that this eventually helps us to hire better and have a have a good experience of the individual, new hire which we are recruiting, and to maintain engagement, talent management, and people management with them, right? So we feel that it's critical. It's really critical to kind of embrace technology today to innovate and deliver services. But we still feel at the same time, today people management will be the core at everything, right? Along with talent, acquisition. As we move ahead, skill development, this entire data-driven culture and employee empowerment will be very, very vital. So, to sum it all, I think the bottom line is that disruptive technologies like AI and machine learning, automation, and even virtual reality will touch a variety of fields in one way or the other. And at the same time, these developments can boost productivity and efficiency. And workers, even in the HR field, these workers must embrace these changes in order to reap any kind of benefits out of it.
In the past year, organizations in the insurance sector have gone through a paradigm shift and redefined digital learning. In your views, how digital learning can help to meet the learning and development challenges in the insurance sector?
When we look at the insurance space, there's a rising importance we feel of digital learning in the insurance space, right? And currently in the current scenario, in the business scenario which we are in right now, we feel that professional training and learning solutions to upgrade the skills of employees through traditional classroom sessions are, a thing of the past. I mean, nobody today wants to be in a classroom training 5, 7, 10 individuals, as they turn out to be expensive, and it's time consuming as well. So with such type of classroom learning, it is difficult to kind of establish a common platform for training for all employees under one roof. Hence, providing individual training does not seem to be, feasible, and it's no longer cost effective for most of the organizations in the insurance industry per se, right? So, employees, especially in the insurance space, they should be well versed with all the aspects of the product, the services that their organization is offering, so that they are able to serve their customers better, which is anyways the ultimate agenda of any organization. In such a scenario, I would feel adoption of latest technologies like e-learning modules is very, very helpful for the development of this sector. So customization of learning solutions with a learner-centric approach is what insurance companies today look at, and other financial institutions need, so that they can function efficiently and they can achieve their set growth numbers, and they can achieve growth. So we feel personally that learning and development in the insurance makes it easier to get curated content and pass it on to the learner, rather than investing a lot of time and financial resources. Employees can be given regular training to hone their skills over a period of time, and they can apply it simultaneously in the administrative functions as well. So it's more flexible, easier to understand. And, when we say it's easier to understand for the learners, it enables them to learn on the go, right? So sometimes you would have your employees kind of waiting to meet a customer for a customer meeting. And if they have learning content on their mobile phones, it's just a quick refresher they can do, to see the features, benefits, advantages of the product, so they can refresh themselves before pitching it to the customer. So, it kind of enables our employees, our workforce, to learn while they're on the move, right? Learn on the go, right? So they get constant assistance. It kind of solves their doubts, improves their weaknesses, and also, I think it turns them into their strengths as well. So, when we look at digital transformation, we're saying that it has surely formulated a favorable impact on business undertakings in the finance sector, and especially in the insurance sector. Right, it has led to faster, more cost-effective procedure, meeting regulatory deadlines as well, enhanced employee and client experience, and also, staying competitive. One needs to stay competitive at all the time, and one needs to continuously upgrade their skills, right? And e-learning, digital learning is one platform which is helping employees to do so. Furthermore, we feel the advantages of digital transformation would be that it comprises of superior client experience. They get the best advice, and operational efficiency is far, far more clearer, right? So it is one cost-effective process that can cover a majority of the workforce while being less time-consuming. Two, the organizations can organize a training session for multiple centers at one time, and thus save cost and also the time needed to conduct traditional sessions. So digital learning surely is much more fast, much more impactful. Employees can grasp the knowledge quickly through e-learning sessions and video-based learning sessions, and these video-based learning sessions are far more impactful than, a traditional way of classroom training. So the training session conducted through a digital medium has a better impact on the employee, right? And they can retain the modules and have the facility to revisit the lectures and presentations, right? So, for sure, digital learning is the new way of coping with the needs of the insurance sector, right? And we feel that speed and accuracy are primarily the two key drivers that makes learning and development a must for this highly competitive insurance sector.
Sanjeev, you spoke about future of work and about the disruption of the workforce. So my question to you is, where do you think the future of work is going? And what do you think will be the actual impact of tech disruption on the workforce?
Yeah. So, as I said, when we look at future of work, I think today there are various opinions, the businesses and industries and tech leaders have. But there's a massive change which is on the anvil, which is on the horizon, right? And changes that are likely to be driven nothing but by technology tools, that will help machine learning, right? Full automation, as I said. And also at the same time, companies uh, are using these advanced AI tools, machine learning tools in all departments these days, right? So in our company, for example, we are using AI and machine learning to review documents and contracts, right? We all understand it's a very, very tedious and a time-consuming task, right? Like in HR, we are utilizing AI and advanced analytics to recruit more effectively and also to better understand and serve our employees. So employees in all departments, the finance team, they are finding that the robotic process automation can greatly reduce cost and errors, and it at the same time improves efficiency when they're processing bills, right? So, especially the industry where we come from, the insurance industry, what is, the biggest truth of this industry is how fast or how speedily a claim is being settled by the insurance company. And one of the most important aspect we feel that the tech disruption has done is that, use of AI and advanced analytics in the insurance industry is how well these insurance companies have been able to come in line with claim settlement, right? So the more and more data you feed in to some of these tools, the better and more efficient results you get, right? And it helps both, we feel, the customers as well as the organization. Customers in terms of far more claim settlement, and organizations surely in terms of early detection of any fraud related matters, right? So, we see today almost every department, be it legal, be it, finance, be it technology, be it human resource, marketing, there will be tech disruption, but among a variety of disruptive technologies, we feel that AI and machine learning will surely bring the most change, to their profession.
Thanks, Sanjeev, for highlighting about the future of work and how what's the role of tech and how it is disrupting the workforce. My another question is about human versus tech, which we are discussing a lot in the last few years. And there is a mindset that tech has a vital role in onboarding, candidate experience, and handling remote workers. The other theory suggests that humans are irreplaceable. Who, according to you, holds the secret sauce, tech or human, and why?
Wow, Abid, so I'll tell you, I mean, there has to be, we feel, there's no secret sauce, first of all, right? There has to be a fine balance between the two, right? Neither humans nor technology can perform efficiently in isolation, right? So they have to work hand in hand. While technology plays a key role in screening and sourcing a candidate at one hand, but the onboarding of the candidate and providing a practical experience of the organization would not be possible without human involvement, right? So it is essential to synchronize both of these elements to achieve the best results for the organization. So many companies today, we understand and we know and we are in touch with, they are leveraging technology solutions to ensure that all key actions are defined, assigned, and completed for each new recruit or each new hire, which is providing clarity and consistency across the organization. These technology solutions elegantly interface with applicant tracking system and other HRIS software requiring very, very minimal data entry, right? What's more, I feel today HR as a department maintains a clear line of sight into the proper onboarding of the company's new recruits. So there are certain advantages I can surely say that tech plays for onboarding of new recruits, like improved clarity about the organization, accelerated networking and social interaction across the organization, and also an increase in new hire employee engagement, and all possible likelihood new hires will thrive in the organization. So these are surely certain advantages which tech plays. And as I said, technology can enable monitoring and assist in reaching out to employees working in remote areas and remote locations. But for sure, when we look at understanding the importance of the mental health and taking necessary steps to ease the pressure is only possible with human intervention. So, all that's necessary today, we feel, is to bridge the gap between two strangers is a handshake and a hello, right? Think of onboarding as an extended handshake and a hello, and it works as an icebreaker, to facilitate relationships building between new hires and also their colleagues. We feel that sooner they're comfortable, the sooner they'll feel at ease, they'll feel more confident, and they'll be ready to dive into their work, right? So, failing to do so, however, could obviously potentially leave any organization or employees feel unintegrated or disengaged or disintegrated, right, or disinterested, right? So, the absence of a formal human onboarding can hinder the productivity of new employees as well as and also to the colleagues and supervisors. So we feel that we spoke about some of the advantages of tech onboarding. Some of the benefits of onboarding in physical form would be definitely companies with an engaging onboarding program are likely to have better retention of the first year employees, the first year recruits. New hires with a very, very well structured physical onboarding program. We've seen there are more likely to remain at the company for next 3 to 5 years. And physical onboarding definitely improves companies' return on interest and possibly better productivity rates as well. So finally, Abid, I would say that there has to be a fine balance between the two. Neither humans nor technology can perform efficiently in isolation.
So there's no secret sauce according to you. Great. That's a new thing that we have learned. Normally, we used to say that humans have upper hand over tech. But great. Thanks for sharing your thoughts. My last question is about the trend. So my question is, what is the one trend in HR that will disrupt the workplace in the coming years?
Yeah, so Abid, there's a lot of talk which is going around in this area these days, and and all of a sudden over the last 1 year, 3 months, since the time pandemic and COVID is struck, there are many trends in HR that are coming up, and there are many trends in HR that will disrupt the workplace in the coming years. Things like employee wellness initiatives, virtual learning for the employee, empathetic leadership, etc., etc. But I think the one big thing which comes to my mind that will completely change the texture is that in the coming years is the flexibility factor, right? The flexibility factor will shift from location to time, right? While a mix of office and remote working will be the new norm, the work time at at the present stage, organizations kind of insist on following a usual office hours, right? And elongated work from home culture would bring somewhat, we would say relaxation, right? So offices would not be functioning in the traditional routes or traditional modes, which used to be like a 9 to 6 time slot. So we feel that flexibility will be the core, will be one HR disruption. Further, we also feel a decentralized workforce would mean the availability of a larger talent pool, right? The human resources department, especially, would redirect the forces on training and upskilling to ensure that the resources are updated and upgraded all the time. Which becomes the need of the hour. So, here I would like to quote. Some days back I had read. I would like to quote Mr. Satya Nadella, Microsoft CEO, where he said that one of the most significant impacts of the pandemic is we have seen that 2 years worth of digital transformation in 2 months, right? He said that we've seen 2 years digital transformation, which was supposed to happen in just 2 months. Everything has been preponed, everything has been fast forwarded. So this crisis has arguably fast forwarded the entire future over, by 5 to 10 years. So there is no going back, we feel, and this is going to be the norm. So the era of hybrid working is well and truly here. We need to make hybrid working work and some of these factors dovetail in such a way that employees' preferences and well-being with business requirements are always kept in mind, right? HR and people analytics, we feel, will be the forefront of this discussion as they answer questions such as what are the tasks that we can do in a more productive manner remotely? What are the types of work we need to be doing together, right? How does our culture need to evolve in line with hybrid working? How can our workplace be more collaborative? So on and so forth. So some of these questions needs to be answered. But all in all, I can say all activities which some of the organizations will do to keep their employees charged up and keep them engaged will stem out of this flexible working schedule or the hybrid working schedule, so to say, right? So that one thing to answer your question, in my mind, is purely hybrid working. It'll be the most important trend in HR that will disrupt the workplace in the coming years.
Thank you, Sanjeev, for taking out time and talking to us. It was great pleasure hosting you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Abid. Thank you for all your questions. It was entirely my pleasure to be with you here.